Well, it's discussion time, which means time for me to read more. Because, you know, I haven't done enough of that. Of course it's not voiced. Take it you ain't heard a thing about all this from your company? I'm naturally aware of the plan to make the Zephyr standard available to masses, but not about problems in Basel. Really is involved. I would have expected to have already been informed. Gotcha. It does sound like something that'd take us 3 days either way. But if we're looking into things at Vern and the Institute, we're gonna need to work mostly weekdays. But I mean, Agnes... Actually, the timing here is rather perfect. You see... Wow, high school here sounds really fun. Trust a big school in the capital bust out the fancy trips. Artemis is all about its students thinking for themselves, so something like this makes sense. You'll have to write reports for days about it too. Yes, actually, some of my friends who came here this other day are considering Basel too. I was interested in going myself, but I wasn't sure whether or not that was the best decision. We'd be leaving next Thursday for 3 days, so the timing matches up splendidly. It's almost as if Arusha wants this to happen. Not that I think my personal circumstances should push us into taking this on, of course. Yeah, but that goes both ways. You're a student first, so don't go forcing your decision to line up with our job. Even if we do end up in the same general place, your studies might mean we won't even see each other. Well, I suppose that's true, but that still kind of hurts. Huh? That's rich coming from the guy who always decides where to go based on who will shove dessert down his throat. Speaking of which, what are we gonna find in Basel on that front? Excellent question. A baked tart called an ingoden is probably the most famous. It's made of walnuts and they have honey nougat and has a simple but mellow taste that's just... I suppose Van's right. I need to make up my own mind about what to do. Otherwise, my grandfather would never, or dad for that matter. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. Not at all. I don't think anyone can blame you for feeling conflicted here. But should we end up going to the same place, rest assured that I will do all I can to support you. She is way too perceptive. Thank you, but why? Hey, it's the plot device. No way. It dictates all our decisions. I'll speak to my friends at school tomorrow. But if you could work under the assumption we'll all be going and prepare accordingly. Got it, but... Don't forget, I'm a student first and foremost, right? I won't. I'll make this work so I can handle my obligations properly, both here and at school. Good night. So I guess we'll be leaving next Thursday, same day as Artemis. But Renee and the prince just dumped this on me, so they could wait until tomorrow for an answer. So, still, she's sure looking brighter than when I met her. With how much she's got weighing on her, I'm sure she's still got a lot to work through. But I'll look out for her as best I can, being her boss and all. Man, that sure was a day. Guess I'll go for a walk to wind down before bed. I had a feeling that's what I was gonna do. There's a side quest. Okay. Let's go do the side quest, I suppose. Oh, and there's free times too. Huh. Okay, let's do the side quest first. The hell, man? Who are those guys think they are? Yeah, chill it, Downey. I get how you feel, but Shannon's not doing nothing for us. Oh, I'm not letting them get away with this. Hell no, not with our street racer pride on the line. Seconded, we should take our chance while we can. What's going on here? Guess I could let you know. There's this bunch of street racers causing trouble for us ever since they turned up in the capital. Yeah, they're taunting us, I tell you. They drive like madmen around town just to get on our nerves. I ran my car into a guardrail thanks to their dumbasses. Just thinking about it gets me angry all over again. The hand-me-down I got from Downey got trashed real bad too. Dude, she had to be sent to the body shop. How can we let loose and enjoy a sweet drive with them tearing it up around town? Yeah, they sound pretty bad. Who are we dealing with here? They call themselves the High Bloods. There's 4 of them and they all come from Oregon? They used to stick to their turf, but they recently started moving here. They're all rich kids, obviously, and their cars are really souped up. What's more, their leader, Lucio, is the grandson of the ETWS company president. It's got a modded ETWS sports car. It ain't no slouch as a driver either. Last we raced, he passed me by like I was just crawling through the street. Can you believe that? Look, you said it was the ETWS president's grandson? Man, that sucks. Last thing you need is someone related to the company's top brass being a dick. And he's not the worst of it. There's another guy that's even more of a reckless driver. Name's Damien, and he styles himself as their main fighter. He's all cocky, taunting us from his bike just because he can take higher turns than any of our cars. It's the one that did my baby in. I'll never forgive the bastard, never. I thinks he's better than us car drivers, does he? So what are you planning to do about these guys? Surely you're not just gonna let them keep running wild. Definitely not. We tried warning them over and over to stop behaving like this, but it's fallen on deaf ears. Since they're not heeding warnings like that, I tried talking to Lucio directly. Only thing he said was, if you want us to leave, you'll have to beat us in a race. We're actually on our way to the race right now. Yeah, guess my timing's just that good. You could say that. There's 4 of them, but me and Graham are the only ones with rides right now. And that's not even counting car specs and driving ability. Hate to admit it, but it's stacked and not in our favor. We can't just give up. Yeah, better to lose outright than to flake out on them and just lose by default. Not like we're hoping to lose, though. We're not backing down until they're in the ground. Wish us luck. I don't want to sit back and let a bunch of rich assholes wreak havoc in Edith. Maybe I can lend him a hand here. Sure. Mind if I join? I appreciate the sentiment, but this is our problem to deal with. Wouldn't be right to drag you into it. Hard to disagree. This goes beyond just you. It involves all car lovers now. As a fellow driver myself, I can't just stand back and let a bunch of punks with no sense for safe driving screw my home up. Hey Ben, how's it going? I want to teach him a lesson. Now that's what we would like to hear. Don't see why he can't join. Why not let him? Alright, thanks. You're really saving our asses here. You might honestly be the best help we could have got. I respect you a lot. Thanks for saying so. That still leaves the problem of dealing with Damien, though. I'm no biker, so I'm not going to be able to help there. Not so sure how we're going to deal with that niggling little detail. That's all for today. Now back to my bike. Why are all of you gathered here? Hermes? Your timing couldn't be any better. Got some free time on your hands? Huh? I mean, I'm done for the day, so I guess so. I see. So you're going to be racing them to teach them a lesson? Yeah, would really help if we had a biker of your skill level on our team. What do you say, you up for it? Sure, I'll join your team. Teaching a naughty rider how to behave sounds like fun. Make sure they think twice before causing trouble in the capital again. Glad to see you so fired up by this. I really appreciate you agreeing too. Now it feels like we have a fighting chance. Yep, it's gonna be a proper 4 versus 4 race. Now all that's left is leaving them in the dust. Anyway, clock's ticking. Let's get going to the meeting spot. You ready to go? Ready whenever you are. Let's roll.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Hermes, our faceless waifu. Yep. It's the meeting spot? Yeah, just beyond there is a highway we're using. But we're supposed to meet face to face right here first. Looks like they've arrived. But you look at that, that's a hell of a ride. Right? A lot of mirror went into customizing her. This ain't gonna be an easy race. Hello and good evening, street racers. I'm impressed you didn't just turn tail and run. So you really showed up, High Bloods. I don't recognize these two. Well, thanks to your biker, our cars are in the shop. So I figured I'd call in some help. Look at these small fry. At least try and make this fun for us, alright? I dare you to say that again. He's all kinds of fired up now. I think it's time we introduced ourselves. We're the High Bloods. A team composed of exclusively of those who are elites, even among the elite. Yeah, pleasure. You know, I completely forgot until you said the name, but I heard about the High Bloods a few years back. Heard they're nothing but a bunch of pampered rich kids, kind of like you. You must be referring to our predecessors. They apparently disbanded after doing a tour of Crossbell. Oh, they're these assholes. Great. Now the name's ours. I thought it sounded familiar. Is there some specific reason inheriting their name? Indeed there is. While we don't approve of the way they loved drinking, women, and gambling, as former nobility, we identify with how they valued their chosen bloodlines that gave them power and wealth. It's only fitting that we consider ourselves the true High Bloods. Former nobility, eh? Been a while since I've heard anyone call themselves that. Yeah, you don't hear that kind of thing around here much. Maybe it's because they're from Oregon? Yeah, it's these guys, Julie. Up until the noble institution was abolished during the Calverdian Revolution, Oregon was the royal capital. Shame that even after decades have gone by, there are still old fossils that can't throw away their elitist bullshit. New people, same rich kid feel. Yep. Family line was a great noble house that had the trust of even the royal family. Fine, it doesn't bother me. Commoners could never hope to understand our noble thoughts. What I cannot forgive, however, is that you people don't know your place. You insist on getting in our way. Nothing but an eyesore to us on our drives, and that's why we're doing this, to make you leave the capital streets. You got a lot of nerve. It's a riot that you think causing trouble for folks with your reckless driving is a way to have fun. Street racers, how could we hand these streets to you when you lack basic manners or compassion? Just what are you getting yourself all worked up over, commoner? Just look at you and your half-assed custom ride, cause you got no mirror to spend. Got no right to talk when you can't even bring out the true worth of your rides. Damn, you got a big mouth on you for such a little brat. You know so much about the true worth of our rides, and why don't you teach me? Don't think we're gonna take this sitting down. Time we settle the score right here, right now. Yeah, get ready, High Bloods. Drivers as reckless as you have got no right to call themselves street racers, so we're making this your last drive. It would appear that we have 4 vehicles each, so how about we race one-on-one? When you're ready, we'll leave for the expressway. Don't disappoint us. Confirming the rules of each race one more time, each participant went back to work preparing their vehicles. Okay, let's decide who's going to race who. Hey, I think I could go up against a biker on their team. Sure thing, just ride safe, okay? Of course. Who's going to face Lucio? Do you leave him to me? It's my job as leader to get revenge for Downey. I have to. Race is about you guys. Whatever it is you're thinking, I'm down. That being the case, you said it yourself. If you go as is, you're going to lose. I'm not even talking about your driving technique either. If we're going by specs, it's going to be real tough for you. But, and I hate to say this, my truck could handle his ride. Well, hell, I can promise you I won't lose. Alright then Van will be racing Lucio instead. We're already borrowing your skills. We might as well be in it to win it. Got that right. I'll cut that spoil brat down to size. I guess that means we'll handle Lucio's two flunkies. If I remember right, they both came here in ETWS sedans. By the way, I've seen that Roger guy up close and personal before. I think I've got a decent idea of how he operates. Yeah, I knew I could count on you. Then I'll take on the other guy, Tebo. Great, sounds like we're squared away. Once we wrap up our fine-tuning, let's hit the road. We're rooting for you guys, go kick some ass. And please don't get hurt. Thanks, you guys. Promise we're going to beat those high bloods. Wish I had rich jackass money, same. Matchups aside, everyone got in their cars and they were off to the races. First round pitted Unifer against Tebow. Unifer's Lino's sedan had the edge in traction due to the love and care she put into tuning it. The race went on, she slowly but surely narrowed the gap between her and Tebow. However, her vehicle lacked the horsepower required to best the sedan, which boasted a roaring engine that ultimately led him to victory. Well, for the next race, Graham stepped up to the plate, really ready and willing to avenge Jennifer. Zinger was a lightning-fast sports car, but Roger's decked-out sedan was no slouch either. It was a close race with both cars neck and neck from start to finish. In the end, Graham's powerful traction allowed him to emerge victorious by a hair's breadth. After that, it's time for the third round to commence. We're at 1-1 right now, so we don't have this in the bag just yet. But that just makes this all the more exciting. It'd be a cold day in hell before I lose to some pathetic courier lady. Ready to choke on my dust. Stole my line. Starting line's up ahead. Time to get serious. Oh yeah, look at her go. Can't even see her anymore. Eat that, loser. Hold it. A little early to celebrate. That thing's acceleration isn't half bad, but its top speed doesn't hold a candle to my bikes. Specs aren't the only thing that matter in a race, you know. On that point, you and I agree. That scumbag just rammed its handlebars against her. Talk about dangerous. The fact that he pulled that off without losing his balance shows he's no amateur. Still reckless, though. These guys are freaking crazy. Come on, I dare you to try and overtake me again. If you do, I'll hit your dinky little bike with everything I've got. Oh, what's the matter? Can't keep up? Or is our wimpy-ass courier getting cold feet? Less than 500 yards to the finish line. Victory is as good as mine. It's a decisive moment. I can slow down, make him think I've given up, and speed past him when he least expects it. Or I can rev up right now and punch it. Do we slow down or do we punch it? What do you guys think? I feel like we might need to be more clever. Because his specs are better. But... I think we slow down. It makes more sense because he has more. He has better specs. That makes more sense. Throwing in the towel already? What it was. Just sticking to carry around people's junk in the future. Yeah, it has more acceleration, but not... So that was the right call, I'm pretty sure. Go courier lady. She caught him off guard being past him at the last second. What an incredible strategy. She even had me fooled. That was one hell of a secret weapon. Nice job. Was that a turbocharger? Something along those lines. I was hoping I could win without revealing it, but them's the breaks. I'll guess I'm up next. Get him, Van. Knock the high bloods off their high horse. Thank you, thank you. I mean, it made sense. Really did customize every part of that ETWS car, from the suspension to the spoiler. You must be daft if you think you can take me with that little girl's car. Wow, calling it a little girl's car? How dare you? We worked hard on this car. You slied me with your hubris, so I'll make you pay for it. There's more cards on the road now. Using the turbocharger would be way too risky. It's probably going to be like the opposite option, right? He whirred around those cars like it was nothing. Thankfully, all this traffic's preventing him from going top speed, so I can keep up with him. Can't get too cocky here, though. He might not be on Maximum's level, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. I had hoped he had a trick up his sleeve like that woman did. I was so looking forward to making a fool of him. But it's clear he has nothing. What a disappointment. We're approaching the point where the traffic from the Riverside District joins the expressway. At this time of day, maybe I could... Looks like he can keep pace with me. How pathetic. Literally no cops at nighttime, right? Lloyd wakes up in a cold sweat. Someone's forgot to take out yesterday's garbage. Why must there be so many of these infernal trucks on the expressway at night? What? Your lack of knowledge of the area is coming back to haunt you, bud. And he caught up faster than I thought he would. But look at that. So you have a modicum of skill as well. That's futile. That pile of scrap can't match my car's acceleration and speed. I might be able to secure victory if I use my turbocharger, but it'd be risky. Should I do it? Use a turbocharger, prioritize safety. It's rare for the same answer to actually work in Trails. So it's probably not use the turbocharger. It's probably prioritize safety. Because repeating the same option just doesn't seem like it'd work. Yeah, let's prioritize safety. Can't risk hurting anyone. I will accept no less than overwhelming victory. He's got a turbocharger? I can't use that here. It's too dangerous. Whoa. Bye. Try to word you, dumbass. And that's that. Thank you. The race goes to us. I used my brain thingamajigger. Did it. You guys are amazing. Yeah, you even surprised us. Seriously, way to go above and beyond. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes things just work out, you know? But we really have Hermes and Van to thank for all of this. I agree. I figured out the formula, pretty much. I mean, when it's using, like, I don't think I've ever seen Trails have, like, the same answer work twice. It's just, so that seemed kind of obvious. You know? It was a close shave, but, hey, I gotta show off a little, so it's all good. So, Highbloods, you're going to keep your promise, right? Curses, how can this have happened? Our machines were tuned to perfection. We were in peak racing condition. I'm sorry, Lucio. If only I'd gone faster. Managed to win this time, but to be honest, I don't know how it'd turn out if we did a round 2. Never I thought I'd run into a biker as wild as her. Sure, I was planning to run circles around her, but she ended up running circles around me instead. Damn, man. You guys. Fine. As promised, we will come nowhere near the capital from this day forward. We'll also cover the repair costs for your 2 vehicles. Is this to your satisfaction, commoners? I've got issues with your tone, but yeah, that works. Well, hell, that's pretty generous, actually. Maybe you're not as bad as I thought. Is that all it takes to win you over? The other grease on our cars are all busted up. Well, now that that's all said and done, it's time we return to Orcion. However, do not misunderstand. In no way have we recognized that our style of driving is worse than yours. When next we meet, you will be met with an overwhelming defeat. And may you never forget... Yeah, just you wait and see. Next time, I'm gonna blow your socks off. Huh? Just what was that? What is all that supposed to mean? I guess they won't mess around here for a while, but they'll be back for revenge at some point? See you in Daybreak 2, I guess. Why do they get to decide that? What was the point of this whole deal, then? If only they were more honest with themselves. I'm glad things worked themselves out in the end, I guess. Well, it wouldn't have gone half as well if you and Hermes weren't here. There's no way this is the end of it, but for now, we've at least chased the Highbloods off. Thanks for the help, you two. Yeah, no biggie. I enjoyed myself, so it's worth it. Likewise, I'm happy my own bike skills proved useful. So the battle against the Highbloods came to an end, with everyone singing praises for one another's efforts. The way back, Hermes parted way with the group, and Graham and his people returned to the repair shop.
That takes care of that.
Rich
Looks
Kid's
good
the
to
true
me.
final boss? Not wrong.
Or deposited.
Alright. So that's done. We didn't get an extra point. That's unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate. Can we see another movie? I don't know if we can or not.
Let's do this.
Hi, can I see another movie?
Hello.
Sober Curious, leaving soon. Sure.
Thank you for your visit today.
There's an actress whose career has spanned 2 decades. Despite her growing schedule and the ceaseless pressure that comes with the job, she finds great meaning in her work. She derives satisfaction from the process of transforming into another person, into someone who isn't her. And that feeling pushes her further and further in her career. She is ultimately consumed by it, inebriated by it. And that inebriation gives rise to something new. One day, Lily began to hear a voice inside her head. Hey, the voices in her head talk to her. That's funny. A voice from another version of herself. And this is but one of the many conversations between the two.
You have got to be kidding me. They passed me over for her? Who does that little minx think she is? She gets roles left and right, and yet her acting is garbage. why do you spend so much time obsessing over younger actresses? And did you really have to sleep with that producer? Isn't that going a little overboard? This is a dog-eat-dog industry. One night with that cretin is nothing if it gets me some work. This is getting us nowhere. I'm so tired of all this. I just want to get away. I'll go back to the old me and... Okay, then answer me this. Which of us is the old you? Whenever that question is posed, their arguments end on the spot. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is real and who's the thrall?
Well, that was fun. I thought you looked familiar. It seems I was more than a little right. Hi. Dun 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 indeed. Not used to seeing you here, Renee. See, I do wonder, can like you ever even have the time to spare to catch a movie? In my mind, a person who doesn't know when to take a break and catch their breath isn't truly good at their job. In any case, the reviews I read prior to its release made me want to see it. Now I have. I can see how it earns such praise. Nike Marcio does a bewitching job playing a woman at Seeker's Side. Really, she's as immensely talented as one could be. I bet you did like her acting, you government spook. I've heard my share of rumblings of what you're involved in. Renee, our buddy. Yeah, having a Renee and a Ren is in the same game is certainly a choice. Honestly, I found the main plot of the movie to be a little rough, a little tough to follow. I can't say it really grabbed me, at least watching it my first time. Really? You're such a connoisseur. I would have figured you enjoyed it. You know, her performance really reminds me of someone I know. Especially the way she chooses to live that world, knowing full well how twisted it is, how despite it all she embraces it, letting it box her in. Sound familiar to you at all, or is it just me, perhaps? I think it might be just you, pal. And besides, not everybody who chooses to be a recluse turns out to be crazy like her. Alright, so that's done. The VA budget went toward movies, apparently. Well, we have 3 connections. So obviously, she's a party member, so she gets priority. She's adorable, so she gets priority. So then you guys can decide, do we do the rumored street performer, or do we do a secret meeting? So you guys can decide amongst yourselves which of those two. We do the Eastern Cuisine Restaurant in Terrell District. Great, now just to find somewhere to sit and eat these bad boys. Gotta go with the mystery box. It could be anyone. You know what? You're right. Mommy, where are you, Mommy? Stop crying. This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't wandered off like that, Mina. Hey, it's okay, you two. Everything's going to be fine, I promise. Want me to take you guys to the police station? I'm sure they'll help you. Really? Does that mean my brother and I will be able to go home? Absolutely. For all we know, Abby and Yumi could be there waiting for you already. Huh? Abby, Yumi, what are those? Anyway, could you take us there? I don't know where to find it. Sure, no problem. It's not that far away at all. We might even run into your parents on the way there. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk, are you okay? Yeah. I knew she said she would be hanging around here, but I didn't expect to find her helping out like this. She knows the city pretty well at this point, so there's probably nothing to worry about, but still. Better keep an eye just in case. I mean, she's gone to the police station. You'd figure that'd be pretty safe. We're here. This is Seaton District. I got a little lost and took the long way around, though. Whoa, what is that? It smells delicious. Stop running. Well, that's not the way to the police station. Huh? What are you doing at this hour, young lady? A little late for children to be running around alone. Don't worry about us. It's just, I'm just taking these lost kids to the police station. Alright then, just don't get lost, okay? I'm heading on home myself. Whoa. Hey, you're too fast. I'm just glad he didn't cause any trouble. This street goes to the police station, so just stick with me, okay? Okay. Yeesh, had me sweating for a sec. Wait, what are they doing? That's the wrong way. What are these kids doing this late? We were just getting the party started. You brats trying to spoil our fun? Well, this isn't going well. This is just a mess tonight. Look, we're not up to anything. We're just passing by, so could you please let us through? What's that? You don't get uppity with us, Brad. You want through, huh? Well, sorry, kid. You gotta pay the toll, see? This poor boy's gotta eat. Inflation really hit us hard, you know? Huh? Why should I pay you, Mira? Do you not have jobs? There are plenty of places you could work to get some money. That's not helping. Say that again, little punk-ass bitch. You want to go? Spoiled rotten. Never got taught to respect her elders. Well, let's give her a little lesson then. She'll pay in teeth. The coin? Ow, ow, ow. What the shit? Yeah, get a job, you bullies. I agree. How can a little girl hit that damn hard? Do you still want to fight? Or do you just want to come with me to the police station? No, ma'am. We're good. We'll start working tomorrow. Yeah, working real hard. Are you okay? Holy cow, you beat them up in a flash. So cool, I won't be strong like that when I grow up. That was nothing. I had some help there too. I was just making sure you didn't kill him, huh? Precinct's just over there. Don't want to keep your parents waiting, right? They arrived at the station to find the parents waiting for them. They scooped up the kids with open arms, relief washing across their faces. Free and Van were showered in thank yous before they made their way out. Thanks for that, Van. You told the parents to come to the station, didn't you? Huh? Don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry. How about you, though? Never pegged you as the type to take initiative like that. You could have just left it to the adults, but nope, you really took the reins there. They kind of reminded me of my own siblings. I couldn't just leave them alone. Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that. You got a brother and sister, right? Did kind of give off big sis vibes the way you were helping them. Hey, that's embarrassing. I mean, I am a big sister though. My little sister's 10 and my little brother's 8. Ooh, your mom and pop got busy. Must be hectic growing up in a tribe like that. Yeah, being one of the older children, I would help Yumi around the house and look after the other kids too. It'd sneak in combat training whenever I got the time, and sometimes I'd sneak a peek at tribal meetings. It's pretty crazy looking back on it. I didn't get much time to rest because I was always training and helping out. Not to say this job is easy, I'm not slacking, I promise. I'm giving this job my all, just like my training. Hey, don't worry about it, I know you are. How did the little ones take when you left? They cry when old Reliable had to leave the nest? Well, yeah. Older brother left a few years ago himself. Only comes back to visit once a year. He's all by himself out there now. Huh? I want to grow up to be like him, so I feel like that's something I gotta do too. That's what I told my younger siblings when I left. But honestly, I still don't know why we need to do this, or why my brother needed to anyway. Could have lent that strength to the tribe and helped us all grow back home. So you never heard why he left? No, but I think Abby knows. He gave him permission to leave. I just wish he could tell me. I see. Well, maybe he has his reasons, and maybe when I'm all grown up, he could tell me. I've got a long way to go before I can call myself a warrior anyway. So that's my goal. I'm gonna grow strong enough for Abby and my brother to accept me as a real warrior. That's the spirit. She's more responsible than I gave her credit for. Felt like I'd have to be babysitting her at the start, but nope. Something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. Anyway, I got these meat buns from the Eastern restaurant over by Terrell. Want some? How'd you know? I was so hungry. I'd love some.
May Arusha grant you her protection ban.
There we go. SCLM support effect +5. Alright, that one was kind of cute. Alright, next one. Teach me chess. Hope you're ready, Van. I'm not gonna go easy on you. Someone's eager to learn. I'm impressed you wanted to try it. It's pretty tricky for a kid your age. That's okay, I've watched Grandpa play before. It always looks fun. Feared he might have had something to do with it. I've seen him playing with his buddies before. Why not ask him to teach you instead of me? I'm sure he'd be really happy to do so. Don't worry about it, and I want to play with you. Alright, if that's what you want, we can go around. They started playing. This side of teaching Yumi how to move the pieces was a struggle in and of itself, let alone all the other rules and complexities in chess. She'd flick her pieces at his to knock them down one moment, and the next she'd be trying to use already captured pieces as her own. But his patience never wavered. He gently and slowly continued teaching Yumi the rules behind chess in an easy-to-digest way. Oh, is that how you're going to play? My house, my rules. My mistake, Your Highness. Well, as long as she's having fun. Little by little, she finally began to grasp the rules. Her tendency to make a move guided just by intuition made her very unpredictable. Your turn, Yumi. Who's next? Haven't been playing for long, but her instincts are real sharp already. No hesitation when making a play either. Well, I guess she's still a kid. She's good at catching me off guard. How about this? Take that, your turn. Whoa, that's a really good play there. Keep that up, you might end up going pro when you're older. Maybe, I'm just glad you're having fun. Huh? Are you not having fun too? I am, I'm having lots of fun. And it's because you are. You've been so happy lately. You're always smiling now. Agnes and Fairy and Aaron and Rosette are here. What? Was I not happy before that? You ain't wrong, kiddo. Not a lot to be happy about back when I just started. Just a bunch of shady jobs. I was just seeing the worst in people. All I thought I knew what I was getting into was spend too long surrounded by nothing but darkness and eventually go blind. I don't think I could thank you enough, kiddo. That bright smile of yours was like a lifeline for me. Even with everything else, my life was grim. If only you knew how special you are. No wonder your granddad's so crazy about you. Are you listening to me? It's your turn, come on. Sorry, Eunice. Okay, next move is... Hey, you punk. Huh? Don't you think it's about time I had my granddaughter back? It's getting late. Crap, I lost track of time. Sorry, kiddo. We'll have to finish our match another day. Uncle Van at it again, yep. But I want to keep playing. But okay, I had fun. Oh, Grandpa, look. I learned how to play chess. Huh, now we can play together. That's why she wanted me to teach her. On second thought, I may have been too strict. You can keep playing with our good-for-nothing neighbor. Just make sure you don't go to bed too late. Really? Yep, you earned it for making your old grandpa so proud. Just promise to not keep your mom waiting or she might get mad. Promise. You're such a sucker for Yumi's. Can't imagine there's much you wouldn't do for her. No one asked you. Let's split into teams. Me and Grandpa against you. 2-on-1? Well, that ain't fair, but I'm in. I get to play your Grandpa? That means I don't have to hold back, and... Don't think so. Only one of us gets to look good in front of Yumi, and I'm certain you understand who it'll be. 3 of them kept playing deep into the night until an exasperated Paulette finally came to check on them.
More! Teach me more! I can't wait to play!
Man's maximum HP plus 100. That's actually kind of a lot. Raise the connection stage to its maximum level. That wasn't the one I was expecting to max first, but, I mean, it happened. Such a grandpa, indeed. Alright, so we have one more to go. And everybody voted, and unknown won. We'll take the mystery box. Made his way over to the station to see a street musician performance. See why people have been raving about her. She's pretty damn good. Wait, she looks kind of familiar.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. I hope we meet again.
And this one has voice acting? Okay. You were great today. Can't wait to hear your next song. Back again for sure. Yumi is one of the easier ones to max since she only has 3 stars. That's very true. I'm sorry, but I'm done for today. Just here to say I liked your performance. Ever thought of putting a single out? It'd sell like hotcakes for sure. Thanks for the vote of confidence. However, there's no shortage of capable artists out there who can write and perform at my level. The music industry is hard to break into. Definitely true for no-name artists. But you and I both know your songs would take the world by storm if you used your real name. You have blue hair. Like, you stand out. I mean, you went to more effort than she did at least. You at least put on a hat too, but you know. Let's continue this conversation elsewhere, shall we? Surprised you saw through my disguise. They are literally the same, aren't they? They share the same brain cell. I even changed the tone of my voice. How did you know it was me? It mostly came down to luck. I wasn't 100% sure myself. I only knew you from your movies. If I'd only knew you from your movies, you'd have me fooled for sure. But I've seen you up close and personal several times at this point. I need to get my act together. I've never been found out before now, so maybe I was getting a little careless. So you're doing stuff like this? I do. I enjoy going out in disguise from time to time. It makes for good practice as well. When I'm on a set, everyone knows I'm playing a part. But when I'm out in the wild, I can take on any role I want, and no one will know I'm acting. It's made for a fun little hobby. So you're acting on the clock and in your own downtime? Damn, talk about being dedicated to your craft. I suppose I just can't get enough of it. Although it mostly stems from a complex I've had since I was a child. I don't exactly have a distinct self. Yes, her hat does say disguise. Yes, it does. Perhaps that's why I've always wanted to act like someone else and why I ultimately gravitated to acting. Maybe I just want something that'd help me avert my eyes from that uncomfortable truth. Yeah, very sneaky indeed. The disguise that says disguise. My motivation for choosing this career path is purely selfish. I'm sure my fans would be let down if they knew. I wouldn't call that selfish. Normal to want to change something you don't like about yourself. You think so? I know so. Said that your hobby's only gonna get harder the higher you go on the ladder of fame. But I doubt you need me to tell you that. Yes, I know that all too well. Risk of me getting recognized will only grow as I get more famous. But the mounting challenge will only serve to make success all the more sweet. All that talk about not having a distinct self was a big fat lie. What do you... Set yourself. The challenge makes success all the more sweet. Those are the words of someone who gets fired up when the odds are stacked against them. That's a pretty unique quality, and it's one that no one I know has. It's not half as unique as your willingness to turn people's words against them. I love doing that myself, so I can relate. Hey, I'm just trying to help a friend believe in themselves a little. Oh, I know, I'm only teasing you a little. Really though, thank you. I feel better about this now. Glad to help. Anyway, please don't tell anyone about this hobby of mine. I'd like it to be our special little secret. Sure thing. She really knows how to knock you off your feet. Guess she ain't an award-winning actress for nothing. I'm glad we did that one.
Now, who should I be next? See if you can spot me next time.
I'm guessing she'll be more important in the second game. Hey, we're up to 4. Ooh, 10 more strength. Okay. That's not a small boost. Ban the lady killer. I guess so. But that was good. I'm glad you guys taught me into doing that one. That one was thoroughly enjoyable. And now we've used all our bonding points. We did our side quests. So I think we're pretty much good. I'll make sure to... Let's make sure there's no like... Because like one thing it does sometimes do is have like sub-events. And you don't see those unless you go there. So we will check all that real quick. But I don't think there's going to be none here.
Off we go.
Let's see here. Help if I'd hit the right button. Nothing here. Alright, so it doesn't look like there is.
Off we go.
But we'll just, like I said, make complete sure. Yeah, so there's no sub-events or anything we're missing. Alright, so that's everything. We cleaned that up pretty quick, I gotta say. This wasn't one of the longer ones, which is kind of nice, because this game has a lot of side quests and stuff. It really does. And we could... 1 bond max. There we go. How many will we get? Probably not that many, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best.